Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like.
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna choke the out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
Okay, so along with text messages, apparently she was recording his phone calls too, which, if you don't know, the new update on the iPhone, to record a phone call, you just have to hit a button while you're talking to someone and it records your whole conversation. So
is it a crime in Nevada to record without another person's knowledge?
That's
what she did.
That is a good question. Every state is different. You either have to be a single or double consent to record a phone call. Every state is different. So in some states, it is in fact a crime to record someone without.
Here's the thing. After me doing my research about bondage, could this conversation be part of the role playing of bondage?
And that's what they have said. That's what Sharpe's team has said, that this was part, because the way she responded, say she didn't want to be choked, didn't sound like someone who was saying, I don't want to be choked.
Exactly.
It was I was like, whoa, what is going on here?
What the hell are you talking about?
I don't understand. I don't understand. But the conversation was unusual.
Yeah, because part of I'm assuming the turn on is a person who says, I don't want that to happen. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the whole bondage thing is a force thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I think what's gonna probably end up happening in this case is gonna settle. I don't think they're gonna go to trial. I think it's just a lot
they
of
turned down $10 million.
Yeah, I think they're gonna just get more than it's gonna continue. They're gonna go back and forth, blah blah blah, and then they're gonna settle. But I don't think it's gonna be a trial because I don't.
But here's the thing: if you settle, all this information that they've revealed, I'm even gonna say leaked, they revealed it. Mm-hmm. That's already in the minds of people, so you're already tarnished.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Like I've said in the beginning, and our title of our show, I'm a trial attorney. So every civil case that I do, I approach it with the position that I'm going to trial. That down the line, we're going to go to trial, which apparently is a difficult mindset to have in the civil world because a lot of them don't think that way.
Well, if you show a mind to settle, then it shows weakness.
Sure.
So then they're like, okay, sure. He's not going to fight.
Right.
But if you start off like, okay, we could do this.
Yeah.
So you always want to come from a position of strength.
Right. So in particular for this case, what I would do, I would probably file a motion to preserve any evidence, right? Because what's going to happen is, if it hasn't already happened, both sides are probably hurriedly destroying things.
Oh, they went to Costco and got that paper shredder?
Yeah, they got the shredder. They're hurriedly destroying things. So in essence, you want to make sure evidence is not a spoliation motion, or you want to make sure you go to court, say, judge, order both sides not to destroy anything because it can be possible evidence later.
Mm. So because you want the truth to come out.
Yep. So that's the first thing. But then after that, I would probably do a motion to dismiss. In the civil world, they exist in criminal too, but it's not really prevalent. But in the civil world, we could file a motion, say, boom, even from this piece of paper you filed, these complaints, these allegations, just from these words, it's not enough for it to move forward legally. That legally, it doesn't fit within the law to be able to prove your case. So the case should be over now. Sometimes those work.
So factually, what circumstances would you be able to file a motion to dismiss in this case?
Factually, in any civil case, you can file and say that the elements, or say, for instance, I think one of the charges is battery. You would look at the allegations they're making about the battery and say, from reading these words, the battery doesn't exist. There is no battery. There was no, even if we believed everything that's said here, it's still legally not a battery.
So if I swung a bat at you and miss, and they say battery, and I never touch you, like, oh.
Exactly.
Not a battery. Might be assault, but you claim battery.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
And a lot of times, that can be successful. And then after that, what I'm doing is I'm probably doing some requests or motion to admit. And that's the discovery part where I'm coming in and saying, I'm filing a piece of paper saying, look, you have to respond to this about these facts within 30 days. Otherwise, these facts come into trial.
Is that where you like deny
Yep.
something? I say, hey, she's 19 at the time. I admit it.
Right.
You know, was she in a dating relationship? I admit it.
Yep.
That type of
And
thing.
I'm putting those in, boom, 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 everything that favors my client. And if they miss the deadline or mess up, whoop, now that's admitted at trial.
Sounds like the fundamentals to me.
Yep. And, and from the beginning, I'm framing, what the theme of the case is. The entire process for motion dismiss, discovery, other motions after that, I'm framing during my depositions. Everything that I'm doing is framing it around whatever I decide the entire theme of the case at trial is going to be. So I'm thinking about trial. This case was filed in April. It might not go to trial for 2 years, but when I'm defending the case in April, I'm thinking about the trial 2 years from now.
Yeah, that's why you don't get your client to get up there and say, well, we're claiming this is based on racism or blah, blah. You're throwing these theories out there early in the game.
Yep. And quite frankly, if I'm defending Sharpe and this stuff just isn't true, we're not settling. Why settle? I always tell my clients, look, you can lie to your mama, you can lie to your wife, you can lie to your priest, but don't lie to me. So if you're telling me the truth and you're like, look, man, I didn't do this. This isn't me. Even though I'm an attorney, I don't see a whole lot of scenarios where you tell the client, go ahead and give them $10 million for something you didn't do.
Yeah.
Just to keep your private life.
Yeah.
It's
not private anymore anyway.
No, it's not. It's not. So what is it that you are trying to protect, if not for your integrity in that regard?
Or what is it that you don't want to come out?
Yeah, something really. I mean, it's possible.
It might get worse.
Yeah, apparently it could. It might get worse. But yeah, if I'm Sharpe's turn, then we fighting, man. We going at it.
Well, let me answer this. Why don't a lot of, and they tend to be men, when they're accused of sexual assault and they're sued civilly, why don't they ever file a countersuit? Because you're being defamed. If you're saying this is not true, and you have a lot at risk, your reputation, your job. I think they suspended him.
Well, he says he took a break.
He took a. Well,
that's what he said.
That's a nice way of saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is that affects you on all type of levels. Why don't a lot of people countersuit in these type of cases?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because of course, a truth or a defense defamation is truth. So they're not filing defamation suits because they probably did what they're accused of. So if they file defamation and what they're accused of is true, then they lose the defamation too. And they probably have to pay the other side's attorney's fees. So,
but what I'm saying, he's saying it was consensual.
Yeah, in this
saying
case,
it's
yes.
not.
Yes, in this case.
So why wouldn't he sue her for claiming that he did this criminal act?
Well, I agree. He probably should, but
why don't they?
Because maybe what he's accused of, he did.
Or maybe could it be that they don't want to give the parents that they're beating up on her? You got this wealthy guy, is a celebrity. If I attack her and she has relatively no money,
well,
for the parents' sake,
I wouldn't even go that far. Apparently, she did. She was OnlyFans, and she
really?
she doesn't seem to be a shrinking violet in these.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
when you just say 19.
Yeah.
19 when I was 19 was 19.
Mm-hmm.
12 was 12.
Right.
But like I said, times have changed. I'm an old fuddy-duddy, but no, life has changed. People are more mature and they're doing more mature things.